Hello and welcome back to another Doctor Who action figure review. In today's Doctor Who action figure review, I'll be looking at the newly released 13th Doctor's Tardis, kickstarting a whole wave of Doctor Who figures, because in a couple of weeks time we'll have a new 13th Doctor variant, the Recon Dalek, which looks incredibly exciting, the Jadoon Captain, and of course Bradley Walsh as an action figure. What more could you possibly want? So the way this video is going to work is I'm going to look at the packaging for this TARDIS, and then we'll look at the main attraction, obviously the TARDIS, looking at the detail and its little features, and then do my concluding thoughts. Simple as. So let's look at the packaging for this rather stunning TARDIS. So here we have the 13th Doctor's TARDIS in its lovely box, and doesn't it look stunning? It looks absolutely brilliant. I really do like this new style guide packaging, and it does look very similar to the Rob Harrop packaging what we've seen. And I think that this packaging really does display the TARDIS rather nicely, with this nice window box display with us getting a nice view of the product, which is all very nice. You can see it with all these different angles, which is very nice. We've got the TARDIS there, what the features have. So we have with opening doors, takeoff and landing, light and sound effects. What the product is, character options 5+. Moving to the side, we have this nice little decal of the TARDIS, which is all very nice. And on the back we have a prototype image of the TARDIS and a bit of bio on the TARDIS. If you want to have a read about the TARDIS bio, then do feel free to pause and have a little read at your own leisure. And that is the TARDIS bio there, and of course we have the features there, what the thing is, and of course we do have this nice sort of Gallifreyan motif there, Doctor Who, and on the side again we have what the features include and a nice display of the TARDIS itself, and we have a nice little red thing saying electronic, which is all very nice and exciting. Now the TARDIS does come with this nice little backdrop, which is all very nice, with this nice sort of rippling effect of the TARDIS there. And obviously it is to represent the Ghost Monument when we first saw this TARDIS debut in the series, and it is a really nice little display piece. So it really does bring this sort of TARDIS to life even more, really does make the TARDIS pop. Now the TARDIS does come with instructions, so telling you all the features, how to replace the batteries, the opening doors, and how to activate the lights and sounds. It's all very simple stuff. If you've got a character options TARDIS, then you basically know what to expect with these TARDISes, but there we go. So we've got the nice instructions as well. So here we have the 13th Doctor's TARDIS in all its TARDIS glory, and doesn't it look absolutely stunning? You really can't go wrong with a TARDIS, and it's really great to finally have the 13th Doctor's TARDIS, because I know a lot of us have been using the 4th Doctor and 3rd Doctor TARDIS as a stand-in, and it's really nice to have a proper 13th Doctor's TARDIS. Now this TARDIS started life very different, because I believe when we first got an image of this TARDIS way back last year, I think, when Al Duar posted the photo, I believe that this TARDIS was a new sculpt, because it had like the notches there on the top and the bottom, which is seen on the actual TARDIS. But this TARDIS basically uses the body of the classic TARDIS with a new roof, because obviously we've got the new lamp there. And I believe that the roof has been slightly tweaked, and I think that it is a new sculpt, actually, the roof. So there has been a bit of work done to it. Obviously we've got the new door panelling, which we'll have a closer look at when we go into the detail section. But I believe that there were a few problems with making the TARDIS to make it, viable. So this TARDIS has had a bit of a bumpy ride, but it's finally materialised, and I'm just really happy, because you really can't go wrong with a TARDIS, and I feel like character options really have knocked it out of the park. It is a really stunning TARDIS. So let's have a closer look at the detail, then we'll look at the features, and then we'll do a sort of TARDIS lineup of the new series TARDISes so far. So here we have the TARDIS. So if we'll look at the detail, so we have this new lamp, which is rather nice, this nice sort of thin lamp, which is done rather nice. We've got a nice detailing of the texturing of the bulb there, with a nice little detailing, which is done rather nice. On the roof itself, we've got this nice sort of pebbled sort of concrete effect, which is rather nice to give that lifelike effect. And obviously we have the 4 sections there, and this nice sort of texture to it, which I really do like to give that sort of Artex feel, I think it is, which is rather nice. So continuing down, we have the nice sort of concrete effect again on the sort of notches and slats of the roof, which is all very nice. We have the new sticker of the 13th Doctor's TARDIS text, which is all very nice. Of course it is a sticker, so do be careful, because I've seen a few dodgy ones where the sticker has been peeling off in the box, which is one thing to note about quality control with these TARDISes, but mine seems to be all fine. Now I will say this, that I think character options have been rather clever using the classic TARDIS body, because obviously the 13th Doctor TARDIS has that nice sort of wood grain effect, but also has that sort of concrete effect as well. I feel like the classic TARDIS box sculpt really does have that, has both features, so it is a really nice way of getting around that problem, because you still keep that nice detailing. Now the windows are wrong, they are one of the incorrect things. It's one of those things what sort of had to be sacrificed while using the classic TARDIS body. Obviously the 13th Doctor's TARDIS actually has sort of a flute glass or corrugated sort of glass look to it, which is really nice, but obviously because we're using the classic TARDIS box, it doesn't have that, sadly, but we have a nice sort of pebbled glass look to it, which is rather nice, and we've got a nice sort of silver window frames, which in certain lights makes it look rather reflective. The actual body of the TARDIS, again, we have this nice sort of wood grain sort of concrete look to it, which is rather nice. We've got the nice sort of keyhole painted there, and obviously the door handle. Obviously, I believe that's in the correct position, because I believe the lock is higher up on the actual TARDIS, so I think character options have done a good job with that. We've got the nice sort of printing text of the door sign, which is a new addition, which is rather nice, and of course the handle is usually on that side, but they've done a new sculpt there, which is rather nice to do that, to show that new little feature. And again, we've got this nice black wash on the TARDIS to really accentuate some of the details, the nice sort of wood grain effect, and obviously the nice sort of concrete effect. Now the base is the standard classic TARDIS box base, what we've seen, not the new base what we saw on the Shard and 5th Doctor TARDIS from the B&M sets last year. Again, like I said, this TARDIS doesn't feature the sort of notch there, and of course on the top. Again, moving to the side, again we have the same sort of detailing of the wood grain and concrete effect, which is all done rather nice. You can see the nice sort of different detailing, again the black wash really highlighting some of those details further on. And on the back of the TARDIS we have the nice sort of speaker grille, and of course the battery compartment. Again, you can really see the dark wash on there, which really does highlight the detailing. Again, we have the same sort of window effect there with a nice pebbled glass look. Again, nice sort of texturing of the wood, and again same detailing there, which is all very nice. So taking a look at the TARDIS features, of course we have the standard opening doors, but this has caused a bit of an outcry because look, there is no card insert. Doctor Who fans, we can never really be happy, can we? But I believe that it was more of a technical issue why it wasn't included, because if you can see there, you can see the card insert would have been seen from the backdrop. As you can see my fingers moving there. So obviously it would have been seen from the actual TARDIS, so I think that's why character options did it. But I believe they're on about putting a sort of link to a printout of the console room, so you can put it in the TARDIS itself. So it's a bit of a DIY job. And of course, you know, you can obviously print it off yourself and, you know, have it matching the other new series TARDISes in the line. But of course, we have the same feature to close the door. We have the standard, and of course, we do have the standard closing door mechanism with the button there, which you just push, and the doors are shut. But of course, the very exciting thing about this is we have lights and sound, which is very nice because the lantern does light up. So to activate that, we do have the on and off switch. And of course we do have a pressure point to act, and of course we do have a pressure button to activate those. Of course we don't have the sort of spin cradle where normally there'd be on the new series TARDIS, is like a thing to put your thumb there to spin the TARDIS round to activate more sound, but obviously this is using the classic TARDIS sort of body, so it doesn't have that sculpt in it. So to activate the sound, so if we just turn it on and we put the TARDIS down, you can see the lantern lights up with the nice materialization sound. So that is the sound effect number one, and of course the lantern stays on for 5 minutes, and to activate the dematerialization you simply lift the TARDIS up because it's no longer on the pressure point. Now the lantern is pretty bright with this nice sort of vibrant blue light, which is very reminiscent of the Tardis money boxes from back in the day. It probably uses the same bulb from that. So those are the only two sound effects, and it does look rather nice when the TARDIS is all lit up. So if we just place the TARDIS down, which is all very nice. So those are the features of this TARDIS with lights and sounds. Obviously character options didn't have to go through all the effort of doing it, but it is a really nice touch, and it makes the TARDIS seem even more alive, which is very nice. And obviously having lights and sound, it does bump up the price for it being, I believe it's priced at £24.99. Obviously, if it didn't have the lights and sound, I guess it would be about £20. But it is still a rather nice little feature to have those lights and sounds to make it more of a feature for people making action figure adventures, and obviously adds more play value to the actual TARDIS. So there we have it, the new series TARDIS lineup with the 9th and 10th Doctor's TARDIS, the 1st 11th Doctor Flight Control TARDIS, the 12th Doctor's TARDIS, and now the 13th Doctor's TARDIS. So you really do get a sense of the scale of these TARDISes, so that's all very nice and exciting. So let's go on to my overall thoughts on this product. So what are my overall thoughts on the 13th Doctor's TARDIS? Well, it is stunning. It is definitely a beautiful ghost monument. It is really brilliant, and obviously having the 13th Doctor TARDIS next to it, it really does make a really nice display piece for the 13th Doctor figure, and I'm sure when we get the other figures down the line, it will make a really nice display piece to put all the other 13th Doctor companions and monsters around it to make it just look even more exciting. And like I said, you really cannot go wrong with a TARDIS. It is absolutely stunning. It is a thing of beauty. I just love getting TARDISes. They're just really nice. They're really nice little display pieces, and again, this is a really nice addition, and it's really nice to finally have the 13th Doctor to have her own TARDIS. And of course you can do scene recreations of having the 13th Doctor look in horror when she finds out that Gallifrey has been destroyed once again. So yeah, it is really nice. I think the character options have done a brilliant job with the resources what they've had to create this TARDIS, with the additional new roof and using the classic body to really sort of keep the detailing of the 13th Doctor's TARDIS with a sort of wood grain and sort of concrete effect. Obviously sacrifices have had to be made whilst using the classic body, like the windows, and missing some of the detailing of the actual prop. It is a really nice TARDIS, and it does look rather nice with all the other TARDISes, and it is just a thing of beauty. I just can't get over how brilliant it is. I'm a big fan of this TARDIS exterior. It is a really nice design TARDIS. Obviously we do have the nice little additional detailing of the new signage there, and obviously the door paneling there. But like I said, do watch for quality control, because I've seen some where the stickers haven't been quite stuck on properly. But it is definitely worth getting. Obviously if you're a figure fan, then you'll want to get it to complete the 13th Doctor to have her ghost monument. So yeah, it is a thing of beauty. I've just been rambling now, but it is really definitely worth purchasing for the £24. It is definitely worth it. It is really nice to have the lights and sound effects, and I'm even more excited to see the next wave of figures, what we're getting in the next couple of weeks, and of course I will be reviewing those as well. So thank you very much for watching this review. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time, whatever that will be. So thank you very much, and goodbye.